Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you're subscribed, and you subscribe just down below here. And hit that bell and you get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Or if you're joining me on my Facebook group or on my Facebook page. Well, happy Monday. It happens to be in Canada. I think it's Family Day in most provinces. I know, and I can't remember, and I don't know why I can't remember this holiday in Quebec. But happy Stat Holiday, happy Canada Day, and happy President's Day to my friends further to the south of me. So anyways, welcome. This is my Monday when I usually go live doing a 3D project, or else I do a fancy fold. So I'm going to do a fancy fold today. I think it'll be kind of fun. I'm doing a waterfall card. I've done them before, many of them, but you know, it's kind of nice to go back to those type of cards. Now, another thing, also remember that I am going live. So if I do talk with different people, that's because I am honored that they have joined me live, or if they watch me on a replay. All right, so let's get started. Hello, Judy and Pam and Dolores, Colleen, and Mary Jo. Wow, thank you. And those are the only ones that have said hi. I don't know who else is on here. So if you are on here, make sure that you do just say hi. Everyone else would love to know who else is here as well. All right, so let's go down to my desktop. Here is the Darling Dinos. This is a bundle. Remember, when you do purchase the bundle, that you do save 10% on it. This is absolutely adorable. Like, there's how many stamps? There's 25 stamps. This is also a $1 million winner, and I don't even know who the $1 million is. That's pretty bad. I didn't even look that up. I am sorry, and I do no dishonor to anybody else. Yes, you know, and this one's just a straightforward waterfall card. I'm not going doing any variations really to it, except that always when you do a different card with different stuff, it's something just a little bit different. All right, so we are going to be using this, and I want to do a pink and purple card. This probably is going to be for a granddaughter. It's not masculine enough for my grandsons with the pink and the purple, but I could do a card like this and do it in the greens and everything else, and they would just absolutely love it. I know that one of them in particular. All right, so like I say, I am doing it in pink. I'm doing it in the colors that I'm using in my stamping blends are, I might use Pretty in Pink, but I'm using mainly Fresh Freesia and the Bubble Bath. So that should be fun. All right, so always when you do a fancy fold card, I always like to just do up a template, so I've got it so it's readily available. I can sit there and write all the different instructions, the score lines, and everything else on there. So, and I see. All right, so we will go in and we'll get doing this. Now, normally, okay, so this is Pretty in Pink. And this is, and I'm doing this one where there is pink and purple, you bet. Anyways, this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I'm folding into the mountain. Now, remember that what I want to do, I see I didn't score this very evenly, so I'll just come in, use my bone folder and straighten it out. Does that happen to you? It does sometimes if I'm sitting there doing it very quickly or doing it from an angle. Now, you could, if you want, you could just do a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch base and not do an open card. But there's just not, I just wanted there to be a card so it could stand up. So what I have is I have a piece that's going to go in the middle, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and we'll finish that later. But I have because the Pretty in Pink is an in color, this is the in color designer series paper, and I really like this striped. So I'm going to go ahead and use the striped on there. So I'm going to use my glue. I'm just going to glue that onto this piece here. And I think what I'll do is I'll get all the rest of the stamping done, and then we can put the waterfall together. So we've got that. Now, we have some other pieces that we do need for the waterfall. I have this piece. This is the mechanism for the waterfall. And this piece happens to be 2 by 9 inches. And I've gone ahead and I've scored it at 2 inches. I can bring in my cutter and I'll show you. It kind of makes more sense when I go in and do this way. All right, so I'm going to go in, score it at 2 inches. Remember, I like using my, I take your pick thing with this added thing, the stylus, 2 inches. We're going to score it at 2 3/4 inches. Then at 3 1/2 inches. And at 4 1/4 inches. Like I say, this piece is 2 by 9 inch there. Now, the way I'm just going to go fold them all into mountain folds, and we're going to get a really good score line on here. And one more here. I don't think I have anyone on my Facebook group. No, just have to go back and forth on that. So this is going to go like this, and this is the mechanism that's going to be the waterfall. Now, ideally, it would be great to be able to use a punch here that would punch out a hole and give you kind of a nice little edge along there, but we don't have those anymore. So I thought this is a new online exclusive. This is Fancy Borders, and when I did this, I just couldn't get it lined up so that it was in the center. So oh, they froze. Oh my goodness. Well, remember, Stampin' Up's not open today, so okay. So anyways, so I was going to use this. Like I say, it is a new online exclusive. I just couldn't. You've got to be very careful, because when you put it in on a piece like this, that this has to fit in your cut and emboss machine, and it fits through, but you could wreck your dies. So I opted not to do that. But I do want to show you something that is new. And this is from an online exclusive. And these are tag punches. So they have a little tiny 1/8 of an inch hole. We have this one, and then we have a slit. And I think these are going to be very, very handy. There is a stamp set that goes with it, but I am thinking that I'm probably going to use the punches a lot more than anything. All right, so I'm going in, and I'm just going to punch this right in the middle. I'm kind of eyeballing it. See how that's going to go like that. And we don't have this either as a corner rounder. And I'm just going to go in and just round these corners, just so that it's not quite so blocky, right? What a word. Oops. All right. And then what you're going to need is 4 pieces of 2 by 2 paper. And what I'm going to do is these images, or these are going to, man, I got a lot of stuff on this one. There we go. So, what I want to do is I want to come and I want to put these, this is pink, this is 2 by 2. Now these white are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. I just wanted a tiny bit more on here. All right, so I'm just going to come in with my glue. Yes, if it is cold, there's a chance. You also have to be very careful with your inks at this time of year. I tend to not buy glue and ink at this time of year. Okay, so we have that one. And I'm going to do this to 3. No, I'm actually going to do it to 2 because I want to stamp. So this is going to go here. And we have these other 2. So what I want to do is I want to come in, and this is a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm going to come in with there's this image that has this little flower. Now I've gone ahead and cut some other one. I've colored and cut out 2 other ones of these, but I want to go in and I'm going to come in with my memento, and I'm just going to put one in here, and I'll show you how that's going to get colored. And then I'm going to come in with this expression, the one that says roar means in dinosaur. And I'm thinking I want it to be quite dark. And I don't think the fresh freesia and the Highland heather is dark enough. So I'm going to try this with gorgeous grape and hope that it all goes together. Oh no! I'm going to cut a little piece of stuff to go in there. So I am thinking I could do this an Easter card. Roar means, how about if I go, I love you, and then I'm going to make this into an Easter card. That's my thought. So I need a thin little piece of the Pretty in Pink. And I am going to cut that 3/8 of an inch. Oh, that would be disastrous. And you sure don't want to support those big ticket stores, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to go in here with this gorgeous grape, and I'm going to go, I love you, and then the Happy Easter on the inside. So let's see. You can tell which ones of these I really like using, that's for sure. Okay. So I'm just going to put this here, and I know this sticks out a little bit. This way, what I can do is just go ahead and put that on there. So I'm going to glue it and then I'll trim it off. That pink looks so pretty with the purple on it. And I'll just come in once that's dry. Yeah, I agree. I would offer you some in the meantime as well. All right, so there's that one. So that's going to go onto here. This one, I'm enjoying making this card. You know what? I can see I just need to trim that off just a tad more. So I'm going to share something with you guys. I'm sure most of you know that I'm getting another puppy. Poor Takita left me in August. I'm getting another puppy, and I got a video of her yesterday. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that things will work out okay and that she doesn't keep this female for breeding. I'm pretty sure she won't. Anyways. All right. So then I've gone ahead and I've colored some of these. So see how these are like this. So I am going to color, I think what I'll do is I'll go with my, let's color, I'm going to go with the dark, if you don't let the memento dry on there. I know, Pam. She's so cute. Oh. Yeah. I'm going to get her, she's going to be a little bit older than what I really would have liked her to be, but I am going right to Orlando. Oh dear. Okay, and then this is just going to go on here. And we're just going to see how I just colored those just a tiny bit. Now, they do tend to dry a little bit dry. What breed? A Yorkie. Yep. Taquita was a Yorkie poo. And, yeah. I might be having different... so I'm just going to come to glue that on there. I probably should have done this and then did it afterwards. So this is just going to come down. And I should have let that, I think I'll just do that down about like that. And then I'm going to come in and trim that off. So see how that's going to go just like that. Should let that dry just a little bit. We're going to let that dry. And then what we want to do is we want to stamp these three here. So I'm just going to come in and we're going to use our memento. And I'm not going to take the time to cut it, but I just want to show you what colors I used on here. Just like this. No, I'm going, whoops, oh, that was silly. I used Versamark on there. I earned the trip, so going, honestly, I'm not sure if I would be going, but I earned the trip, so everything's all booked to go there. Yes. Whoops, that, anyways, we're going to have that. We're going to do all three of the dinosaurs. Look at those. Isn't that fun? Oh. And then when I colored them, I just used, and I'll show you how I did them. I colored this one with dark fresh freesia. So just like that. And the dark bubble bath. Then I did this one in the light fresh freesia with the dark bubble bath. And then this one I did in bubble bath, light and dark, and the dark fresh freesia. So we're going to put those on. This guy we're going to leave on the inside. So this one's going to fit right here. So I'm actually going to have that one go right on there. Let's let that set for a second. This one's going to have to come. I don't know. I am connected. Okay, so just like that. Oh, so frustrating. Maybe it's this awful weather that's here. Okay, so this is just going to go right on here. So I'm just going to glue that. You know, I'm going to take that little bit off there. I know when you watch the YouTube afterwards, it's all okay. Ah, thanks. Okay. And this is just going to go here. Let's see, now I can take these and cut these off. I should have done this before I put that pink all together. So if you're doing that, make sure you do it before you stick it on. Yeah. Okay, and then this one's going to go on here. And then now, excuse me, we can now work on the actual... I think this is going to go on the inside. So let's go. So on this piece here, I happen to have a piece of, this is Pretty in Pink, and this measures 1 inch by 4 inches, and I think it's a little bit long, so I'm just going to go in. I use my guillotine on here, that's why. Then what you're going to do is you're going to measure up 1 1/4 inches from the bottom, and we're just going to mark that, and then we're going to measure this one up 1 1/4 inches. And then we're going to come in with our tear and tape. We're going to mark this here. Now, I'm not going to cut it, but I'm just using a gift card to tear that off like that. So hopefully that gives you a good little tip. So that is just going to go right there. Now I want to make sure that I take off those pencil marks. Let's just take this off. And this. So I might even put a thing out there to name her. I've seen her, so I think I've got a name I think I might use. But yeah, okay. So now we have this part here, and what happens with this is going to come down here. So we want this in the middle. So I'm also going to mark again. It's snowy down in Osoyoos, is it, Carol? It was snowing this morning and through the night. But yeah. Now I could use tear and tape on here, or I could use glue. I think I'll use tear and tape this time. So I'm only placing the tear and tape in between there. I'm going to use 3 strips of it. Just going to use that. And one more here. It's really warmed up here, so that's nice. After this, I've got to go outside and shovel my walks or my driveway, because I don't want anybody driving on. I know somebody said they were coming over this morning. I said, please don't drive on my driveway. All right, so then this is how this happens. This goes down here. I'm going to put this so it's centered in the middle, top and bottom, just like that. And that piece holds that down in place. So see how my waterfall is going to work? Oh dear, it's totally ice. My driveway isn't too long, but it definitely, if I don't clean it off, I can't get my UPS and I can't get my, yeah. Pam, let me know when you get your stamp camp too. I know it's in Ontario. It got to Ontario today, and they are delivering. All right, so this is now how this is going to go. So I want this to be up at the very top. So, and I want this one, oh, where did my flowers go to? Where did my flower one go to? That's no good. Okay, so this one is going to go right here. So I'm just going to put that right on there. Yeah. So I'm just going to come in and glue this one on the bottom. Where did my flower one go to? playing around with it. See, is it stuck to something here? Well, we'll put it together without it on there. Now I want this one to go here, and then see where there's a crease there? That's where I'm going to put the glue on here. Can anyone see that? Okay, so this one's just going to go right here. Yeah, there was mail today though, even though it's, let me just use this. That's it for, yeah, it was the bottom of my trimmer is where it was, Colleen. So that's gonna go right there. Just gonna hold that there. And then this adorable, there we go, we'll just hold that there. All right. Then on the inside, remember I said I wanted to do an Easter card. Well, this one has a die that, this is this one here. And I think we'll put it off to the side here. Now, it has dies that cut out an egg. Now, you could have stamped this egg, or I ran it through with the Dashing Designs embossing folder, this one here. So I'm going to put that there, and we're going to put this like it's come out of the egg, right? See how that's going to come? So I'm going to come and put this on there. See, I knew that this one was pretty. And then I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put the bottom of the egg there. I had a purple one too. What do you think? Pink or purple egg? The pink is not right. I'm just going to put that on there, and then I can trim that part of the tail off. That. Oops, this one needs to be trimmed down here as well. There we go. Oops. This should have been done like this, I think. There we go. Awesome. Then also, the only one that I think works really, really good is this Storybook Friends, and it has that Happy Easter on it. Oh no. It had Happy Easter. And here we go. I've used that Storybook Friends a lot. Let's go ahead and let's get our gorgeous grape out again. And why not? This way I can get an Easter card out of doing this card as well. There we go. So let's just put that right down, and I'm going to just tuck it right down in there. There we go. All right, and then that can go inside. You hold that down for a second. But these punches are so neat. I like punches better than hand punches. So, all right. So then this can go right in here. This is a heavy card. It'll probably go in with a parcel from Easter. I'm hoping to get some sticky candy from Australia. I can send that to the kids. So like that. Check this out. It goes like this. Cute. Now we need to put some ribbon on there, and we need some dots as well, and it's got fresh freesia and the bubble bath dots in there. All right. So let's just come in and we'll use the Pretty in Pink here. So like that. There's a piece of something on there. This is a sand eraser, if you're wondering. All right, so this is just going to go through. Cut this off. I think this is the way I do it. I may have to change it. Yeah, no, this is the way I do it. So when this goes up there, and then we Pretty in Pink. So, you know what I could use? I could turn around and use these party dots. Yes. So let's go ahead and use those. This is kind of a special card, so I might use more than my allotted. I can put it down here because that won't interfere, but it would if I put it on any of the other ones. I think 3 is enough on there. All right. So there is my waterfall card. And that is using, like I say, the Darling Dinos and dies. Yeah, somebody's really gonna like that card. Or means I love you, happy Easter on the inside. Oh, thank you. You got to do that for your grandkids there, Pam. For sure. Thanks. All right, you guys, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. I'm actually going to be using this card for my Festive Friday challenge for Easter. To show that you can do different cards and that sort of stuff. And I think the inspo list that I've used is pink, purple, and interactive. It also has an Easter saying on there. So thanks, Pam. All right, you guys. Remember, if you do live in Canada and you need a demonstrator, reach out. I'm more than happy to help you. Just finished having a BOGO event. It went really well. Got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't realize I'd already sold, so some people were a little bit disappointed, but unfortunately that's the way that it does go. I forget to put it in if I've sold it in between the BOGOs. Anyways, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. We'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time with a technique. And if plan goes the way that it should be going, this one's one that actually my end of the month class is doing this one as well, that I haven't posted.